Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Terra Tech. Now, on this episode, we are going to be going and messing with our plane bot a little bit if we can get over there. We do have to kill a few creatures and stuff on the way. As you can see, I'm playing a different bot, mainly for the fact that that other one had just gotten too big and too cumbersome to really get around very easily. And then, of course, the lag was really insane with that guy. So I went ahead and grabbed one of my older bots. You guys will remember this one. It was supposed to be the armor bot that didn't quite turn out as well as it could have. And this is, what is kind of left of it. I never really did very much with it after we left it alone. It has lost a few pieces here and there. I'm guessing it's been attacked at some point down the road. Now, they have initiated a new patch. They've said they fixed a whole bunch of bug issues. Of course, you have to go to their website if you want to see all the ones that they've done. But they've been very, very busy fixing some of the stuff that has happened since the last patch. They've also gone ahead and changed a few things as well. You guys will recognize the GSO, or the Payload Studio Terminal, I should say, right here on the side. It's the same one that it's always been. Of course, at your base or wherever you have that fixed one, it looks a little different. It's a lot bigger, and you can use that for some other stuff as well, like recycling and making a little bit of money off of those. But this one just buys things. And if you right-click it, you're going to get a new interface. And you guys can see it right here on the left-hand side. This is not how it used to look. If you guys remember, it was a big box right here in the center of the screen. It would have a tab at the top right, and you would have to click on it and see, the different stuff you could do. This one, I haven't really looked at it too much. I kind of wanted to come on here with you guys and mess around with it and kind of learn what the different tabs are. It says GSO Standard, okay, so I don't know exactly what that's supposed to be. We're on the very first one now. This is a GSO Control, okay, so I guess maybe they're just control objects. What do these little tabs mean? Oh, these are the different factions now, right? This one is GSO. Geocore is going to be the yellow with the little black stripes, and then Venture is going to be that blue with the little red lines coming out the top of it. I'm guessing these are experimental blocks, a little CD maybe. Not sure if it is. I don't have access to experimental blocks. Even though I did get a few off of some of the creatures, it's a known bug that happens occasionally. But from what I'm told, even if you have the item, you can't buy it because you shouldn't have it yet because you don't have the R&D pack, and I don't have the R&D pack on my game. I just never sprung for that one. This is going to be special. I guess we don't have any special controls. Let's see. What about this? Standard. Okay, so what's under standard? We got just like the regular blocks. A few special pieces, I guess just building stuff mainly. That seems to be what's going to be under this one. Same thing for the Geocore, you can see right there. I hope there's an all tab in here, to be honest. Fight, base, I'm just going through them real quick, see if there is an all tab. No all tabs, so I guess you can't just click on it and be like, I want to see everything that I have access to. It's kind of overwhelming, not something I would use very often, but still at the same time, I'm not sure if I like the smallness of this tab. I kind of wish they could make it bigger. I do like how you can search now. That is something I've been sorely asking for a very long time. Very cool to see they put that in there. Unfortunately, the blocks are a little small, and one of the things that I remember looking at, before I found the items is, what the item looked like. So I knew what to look for when I was killing bots, You can't really make out the shadows anymore, the little shape of the object too well. Now, I know what most of these are, because we've already gone through and found most of these during one or another one of our Let's Plays. Pretty much every item in the game I've gotten at some point. Not all of them. There's a few that I just, for whatever reason, haven't been able to find very often. Got all the wills. Don't have all the Geocore ones, so there's a couple extra ones in there that I probably have already found. I just never picked up because they kind of look a little close to what the other ones do. And that's another reason I like looking at the little shadows. Again, just to see that, oh, that's what that one is that I'm missing, And I do like to have access to all of it just in case, because you just never quite know. Never quite know when you might need that piece, especially if you watch like YouTube videos and you see what other people have done. You're like, oh, that's a really cool idea. Never quite, figured that out or thought of doing that on my own. But now that I've seen it, I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot. So I'm just going through these, again, just to show you what they all look like and show you which ones I don't have and which ones I do have. And those are the special, helmets and you pretty much you can put them on whatever you want. They're really, really cheap. In fact, I think I will use these eyeballs at some time to create a giant bot. In fact, let's go ahead and buy 2 of those. That way I can attach them to my bot right there. That looks really, really weird. No, they're rolling down the hill. Oh, crap. I might have to buy 2 more if they get too far away. Let's see, can I grab that one? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so how am I going to put this on my bot? Maybe if I move this around, put that there. Can I put these balls on top? No, I cannot put the eyeballs on top. I can put them on the side like that. And I guess if I move the weapons to the back, go ahead and turn them around. It's going to give me less protection in the front, but it's going to make this guy kind of have a face a little bit. And in fact, what I could do, if I found a weapon, maybe I can use this one. Let me put this over here on the side. Maybe I can give him a nose of some sort. Maybe. I mean, if I move some of these around, might be able to simulate a smile. I put all these weapons of the same kind down here. Let's move this up there. Use these. Yeah, it's gonna look a little bit better, I guess. Not quite there. You know, like there's something missing. Something. Let's move this other weapon on the back. I don't know. We'll have to experiment with that because I'm kind of interested in creating a face for one of my bots and then creating a giant one of them. You know, with arms and legs and everything to go along with that. Let's keep looking through the rest of this stuff real quick so we can get on and go over there and fight that mob over there in the background. In fact, while we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and start charging up so my shields have a chance to recuperate. Now, we have all of these. We don't really need any more of those. That is the battery pack, the Geocore battery pack. Has a capacity over larger one. Is that what I found last time? I guess it was the Geocore and not the experimental, although I think it said experimental, so maybe it's been pulled into the game now. Like that might just be a regular item that you can acquire, period. So maybe that's why I was able to find it a little sooner than I probably should have. You know, they were getting ready to integrate it in there anyways. Maybe they did that on purpose so that people would get to play with them a little bit more than they normally would, and feel kind of lucky that they did. You know, maybe that's a strategy on their half. I don't know. I try to give them the benefit of the doubt when they do things like that because, I don't know, they're creating a very, very cool game. And what is this? Venture large, yeah, compressed fuel tank. I've seen those around a couple of times. Haven't been able to get them because every time we get close to that, they get destroyed very, very quickly. Now, if you look at text actually shows something a little different. Basically, every bot that I've ever made in the game and saved is in here. And it didn't used to be that way. Like, you had to import it into the right folder or file or whatever and have this stuff here. Now, I can't buy this one. Certain blocks are unavailable that were on this bot. I kind of wish that it would give you the option to purchase these bots without the pieces that you don't have. You know, like, give you the rest of the bot. Now, if the bot comes and falls apart and shatters because 90% of it is missing, you know, that's your fault for ordering that one. But on some of these where you're just missing like the fuel tank and the fans and the tractor pads, I could do without those and the bot would still be in fairly decent condition and be able to fight very well. And it would give you the ability to buy it at different stages and have that, you know, just in your arsenal. So I kind of wish they would do that. I don't know if they ever will, but it's an idea I'm throwing out there. And if you guys like it, definitely let me know. And I don't know, we'll talk about it. We'll try to figure something out on that one and you know, just try to spitball on like how it would be done. Let's see. There's the guy over there. I think I'm going to kill this guy real quick, or destroy him real quick, I should say, because he has a few wills that I wouldn't mind throwing onto this bot. A little bigger. It's going to help him get over stuff. He's going to be really, really quick. So this may not be a good idea. I'm not quite using the same firepower that I was before, so we're not going to destroy it nearly as fast. Oh, and he has some propellers on him. Look at that. Oh, well, I'm going to use those for my flying guy anyways. Oh, and he has some, like, wings on the side. Look at that. Yeah, we definitely want that bot. We want him intact. You know what? I think those are spoilers on the side, to be honest. And it's giving him a little bit of lift. Here we go. Can we hit him? You know, even if all we do is just go 1 or 2 hits every time he flies by, that's still damage that it will eventually accumulate because he's not doing any damage to us. Even if he wanted to hit our shields, he still wouldn't do any damage to us. But he's not even getting that happening. You know, he's just kind of flying by, shoots off a couple of times, hits nothing. And we get a few shots on him before he passes by. So I'm more than fine. Just, holy crap, look at that, guys. He actually flew over that rock. What kind of design is that? How did he do that? I want to make sure that we can see how this was... Oh, there we go. how this was done, so we might be able to do the same. Yeah, it was these spoilers right here that we have not found before, I think. Okay, so that gives you lift, and I guess if you put them on the side, they kind of act like wings, which I did not know about. But I'm glad we found out about it, because that's really, really interesting. Now, let's see. Should we put these... We're going to put these back so they're a little even. That way it doesn't, you know, kind of mess up what we have going here on the side. Maybe at some point I will lower it down a little bit more. That way we can have that extra speed, or not that extra speed, because these things are going to be fast regardless. But you're going to have that extra height, so you don't have to worry about getting stuck. Now I'm taking off these weapons, and we will eventually have to figure a place to put them back on, because this bot is pretty weak as it is. But I don't know. I really don't want to do without these wheels right now. What else do we have over here? A dark side spoiler. Huh. It's the same thing I had earlier, isn't it? I think it is. I think it's the exact same thing. But he had it... Did he have it like that on the side, or did he have it facing out underneath the block? I think he had it facing out underneath the block. So let's see if we can do that. Let's see. Can we... I guess if we go like this, we might be able to put it there. Yeah, there it is. And I hope I have it facing the right way. I usually get that wrong, to be honest, when it comes to, you know, the flying stuff. Just to start with, I'll put like the tractor, not the tractor pads, but the turbines on wrong and, you know, upside down. And I'll be sitting there trying to figure it out for like 10-15 minutes before I finally figure out that, oh, and by the way, you're an idiot. You put that on backwards. And then I have to sit there and mess around with it again. Now, I think those are both going the same direction. Yeah. I think that's the front as well, so we should be good there. Now, what about here? Can I put this back on? Okay, so that's going to give me a little bit of added protection. We'll do the same thing on this side. Nope, that's not exactly what we want to do. Come on, put it on right. There we go. And we got all our wheels on. That's good. And I can't see anything. It looks so weird with those eyeballs on there, to be honest. It's kind of creeping me out. But in a good way, because it's funny. It's interesting, which is what I try to go for with my bots. So let's see. Can we put on some more weapons? Face it the right way. How about you? There we go. Up here, don't want to mess with those because those come off and on very, very often. And yeah, just not going to mess with that. Did we lose a weapon up here? No, the eyeballs. That's right. How does that look? A weapon firing out of the eyeball. Kind of actually doesn't look bad when you're looking at it head on. It's kind of interesting, actually. Yeah, I guess we can put those there. I mean, during the day, it didn't look nearly as good, but at night, you really don't see the weapons, and you really, really see the eyeballs, so that's kind of cool. What else do we have here? Anything? Oh, a propeller. I think you have to have that, right, to get the lift or the speed? I don't know, one or the other. No place whatsoever to stick it here on the front of my bot. Except, yeah, if I do this, I might be able to fit it on right here on the front. Yeah, can it fire still? So all of them except for this one down here on the bottom in the middle. Oh, this is gonna be weird, guys. I have no idea how this bot is gonna react. But yeah, let's see. We're gonna turn this way and go towards our base. Come on, pick up the speed. Can you do it? Wow. Yeah, that's not my bot losing those blocks. It was just stuff that was underneath him. That's why he wasn't moving very fast. This is a bot that we left behind the other day. A lot of pieces here. I don't think we should use any of these. Right? I mean, yeah, we can come back and get some of that stuff later. Maybe make a giant bot to go with it. But yeah, again, those come with lag, so I kind of try to stay away from those, to be honest. This one, I think, is going to be perfect. He's getting that extra little speed up because of the little propeller, and I love the sound of that one. What about this guy? This guy's not my friend, and I don't even have a radar on this guy. That's why the map looks different. We're going to stay away from that guy for a minute. You know, I do have shields, and I do have my recharge bubbles up, but, you know, his battery is going to be really low because I never really charged it all that much. There's some more blocks over here as well, which we definitely could do something with. And I kind of like the fact now that they don't disappear. I know I was complaining about that a few episodes ago, or at least mentioning it a few episodes ago, about how it was kind of annoying that there were so many of these things laid all over the place. But now that I see that I can come back a long time into the distance and, pick them up and create a bot with it. Kind of a cool little concept, And let me see, can I put this up here? Bad placement for sure. It's going to be easy, hit for any enemy who's trying to fire at me, but it's going to give me more power, which is going to allow me to charge my shields up a little bit more, which is definitely what I'm looking for. Now, here's our flying bot over here. We have a long ways to go on this one. We still need to add, some of the missing pieces to connect all the pieces together. We're probably going to have to add these boosters onto the back just to give it that extra speed to get it up off the ground. We also need wheels on the side. Now, the video I saw, he used adventure wheels, which are the really fast ones and lightweight. So it gives you that speed without giving you all that weight to it. I think we're going to try those to start with, and then at some point, if we can get this to work, and we can actually get a bot to sit inside, maybe a bot like this that would actually roll up in there and, be, perfect to sit in the back right here. In fact, I might be able to do that. Might be able to roll them in there. I really don't want to. Yeah, see, there's our ramp right there. I should be able to just pop right into there, but I need a floor down there first. Otherwise, this guy might have a hard time getting back out, and I don't want to have to sit there and build more stuff just to get it back out. But I want to be able to fit these guys in there, be able to fly them to a location, and once we get to that location, just kind of drive out, leave this guy sitting there waiting, and he can be my base, like mobile operations, where I have all of my my resources set up so that when I come back with a load of resources, refined or not refined materials, or even just blocks sitting on silos, this guy can just suck it right off of my bot and go through all the steps of everything I've already set up, whether it's recycling it, taking it down to its base components and making different kind of components out of it. The sky's the limit, really, on what you can do with a base once you have it all set up the way you want. And they even came up with a device that is actually kind of like a stepladder of your receivers, so that it will go up a level. So you can have multiple levels. So instead of just looking at this and being like, okay, level 1 right here is going to have all of this, crafting stuff. Well, now you can have a level 2 that goes up higher, then you can have like a level 3 that goes up higher, and each one will actually go through the steps. So you might have everything unload on the other side here and go through this entire thing, and then go up the next set of stairs all the way up to the second floor and then to the third floor. So you get more use out of it. Now, it's going to make it incredibly heavy there in the front. So I don't know if we'll be able to do that, but ideally, if you're going to have a structure where it's not going to be moving around very much, then that's not going to be a concern. Like, you're really not going to have to think about that too much. So while we do have a few minutes, let's go ahead and get started a little bit on this bot. We're going to go ahead and I think I'm going to add some of the missing pieces. Now, we need a 2 right there, and we need a 2 there in the back. We also need several more pieces of the longer ones way there in the back. So let's see, we're going to buy a few of those. Now, what spot? Okay, we got 2s and we got 3s. So I need at least 2 2s, and I need probably a couple 3s. So let's go with those. It cost a little bit more money, but we're going to go with it regardless. There we go. And then we're going to close that down. Now let me put the 2s up there. I probably should have waited to buy the 3s and just taken the Payload Studio terminal over to the other side with me. And that might be what I do. I might just leave those there, because at some point I'm going to use those for the floor anyways. So it's perfectly fine for leaving that there on the ground. That's why I haven't really moved any of these other things as well. I mean, you can see just how easily you roll over that. So that's going to be perfect for a ramp. Let's see. We need to go ahead and make what is it? One piece right there. You need a 1 piece on the other side, and then we need probably like three pieces. Okay, so let's go ahead and buy that 1 right there. And you can see I kind of saved up a little bit of money to make sure that I could be able to afford it. Now the blocks are dropping kind of how I used to remember them, where they just fall from the sky. It used to be that they would fall from the sky a lot higher up, and it would damage the blocks that are here. It's kind of cool that they don't anymore. Is that teeter-tottering on something? Is the ground just unlevel? It seems like it's actually up off the ground a little bit on something there, but I'm not sure what. That's kind of weird. What is it on? This side is completely flat, but that side's not. Yeah, so I guess the ground isn't completely, level. So I don't know if you could ever find ground in this game that is completely and totally level for a bot this size. Is that an enemy out there? I think it is. I think that is an enemy out there. Let me put this on. I think I'll go ahead and buy a radar and check that out because we should have had a radar on this bot a long time ago anyways. What is it going to be under? Not that. Not that. I'm going to have to learn where everything is all over again. Shouldn't complain, but, it's going to be one of those trial and error things. There we go. Let's see. Where are we going to put that? This bot is looking pretty ugly. Let's see. Oh, and the weapon's in the way. That's why it won't go there. What if we move that weapon here? We'll put the battery right there in the center. This behind it, and we'll put that on top. There we go. My bot is moving all by itself. Yep, so that is an enemy over there. Wonder what he has on him. He looks kind of cool. We might just go over there real quick and see what he has. Now let me buy a 2 block because that looks like it's gonna fit in there absolutely perfect. Actually, there we go. I was gonna say it wouldn't let me order it. I was thinking maybe I'm too close. It does seem like there's something underneath my bot, kind of pulling me back in that direction. Sometimes when you see that happen, what it is you actually have resources that are, oh yeah, there's one right there underneath my wheel. You can kind of see it off to the side. Not sure if I can pull that out. No, that's not what I wanted to do. And now it's covering it up even more. You can see it dancing right there, and I cannot snag it. Like, I can see exactly what I'm going to be picking up, and that's not the item. I do wish you could get underneath your bot a little bit easier. Somebody told me a long time ago that you were able to flip your bot. I've tried it several times. I've never been able... Sorry, guys. I've never been able to get it to work, for me anyway. So if that is a thing and you know an easier way of doing that, definitely leave that down in the comments section. I'll give it a shot because there's plenty of times I want to get underneath there and I just can't. So let's see. Actually, the back seems to have a little bit more firepower than the front. What is this guy? He's a slope tank. So he has what, armor on the front? No, armor on the bottom on all sides, and weapons on the top. So, yeah, very top heavy as far as damage goes. The bottom is supposed to take the hit. So I'm guessing he's hoping that you have a bot that is very small and doesn't have very many layers, because if you have a lot of layers, you're going to be able to shoot all the weapons off, just like I just did right there. And, yeah, we're taking some damage here. That's why I was kind of running away. You don't really want to die, and I don't really want any of my pieces to fall off. There he goes. He's still coming after me. No, get away. Yeah, come on. No. Is it flashing? It is flashing. Holy crap. Is he dead? He is dead. Holy crap. Okay, before I get too close to him, I'm going to go ahead and charge up real quick. No, it's going to freeze on me. There we go. And to be honest, guys, I am getting a little bit more lag since the patch, even far away from my base where I don't have very many blocks. So don't know if that's going to be a thing. And do they fix that again? Every time they do a patch, sometimes you have problems, sometimes no problems whatsoever. You can see it's taking a little longer here to get that shield to stay up. Mainly for in fact, I don't even have a shield anymore. He destroyed it. So I need to look for another one of those. Oh no, it's still on there. I could just barely see the color, yeah. Yeah, it takes a little while though, because they have to repair all the pieces to your bot before it starts collecting in the battery. And so you'll see it like kick on, kick off, kick on, and kick off for a little while until it finally gets the amount of power that it needs. Now I'm going to come over here and see what he left behind. Really just blocks. Like, he didn't really leave too much behind. We did lose a few weapons there, which will allow us to pick up more weapons and kind of change that out how we need to. Now I don't need 4 repair bubbles on this bot, so I'm going to take that off and put it on the other guy over there that we're working on. But yeah, a few extra pieces here and there is not a bad thing. What about over there? Some of the pieces blew up. Anything good? No? But if I do get close enough to it, you'll see that I'm actually repairing the pieces on the ground. So if you want to create a repair bot and then have him just run out and just go around your base in a set pattern, you might be able to make those pieces survive a little bit longer. I guess we should try taking this guy on, but keep in mind the more pieces that are on the ground near your base, the more lag you're going to get as well. And this is going to be a big freaking bot to begin with. So at some point, I'm probably going to have to bring over one of my bots that has the ability to recycle or build one over here. Maybe build the pieces on this guy. I'm just kind of hoping, or trying at the very least, not to build too much stuff on this guy, because I don't know if he's going to be too heavy as it is. And the last thing I want to do is change the design that I've already seen kind of work, and finally get there at the end and realize that, oh, it's not working anymore at all, and now I need to go back and figure out what's wrong with it, because trying to diagnose your airplanes and figure out what you did wrong, for me, not the easiest thing, because I'm not very good at it. I've only done it a few times, and my control of it is pretty sucky, so yeah, it's definitely something I prefer to see somebody else do, try to replicate that, and then from there, change it up a little bit so that I can get a good idea about what works and what doesn't work without having to go through all the learning pain, or growing pains of learning all that stuff. So let me go ahead and put that on there. We're going to move this over here, and then we're going to go in there and attack that guy real quick. And hopefully we can kill him before he just completely annihilates me. Let's see, we're going to come over here, and we're going to put that block on real quick. That way that is completely and totally, filled in now, guys. So the whole frame is done. And I think on the next episode, we're probably going to work on either the flooring or the wheels. I think the wheels might be a good thing to work on as well. And there's actually 2 of them out here. Let's see if we can kill this guy. Maybe, if we're lucky. He has a lot of weapons. Holy crap, look at that. We're actually wiping the floor with him pretty well. There we go. How many weapons are going to be there when he dies? Probably not too many. No, don't come over here next to my bot. Don't want you doing any. Oh, there it is right there in the front. That is what I'm aiming at. 2 of them. He has 2 cabs. We're hitting one. There we go. We're hitting the other. Just a little bit more, and he should blow up right there, maybe. There we go. Nice. Now, did you drop anything good for me? No, you did drop a radar. You dropped a battery. Actually, I dropped a couple batteries. So let's go ahead and snag those. Now, the batteries really aren't that much money, to be honest. But I kind of like them for the purpose of, I'm going to put a few of them on my flying bot, just so that it can protect itself while it's being built. And I want some shields on there, a shield on there, so it won't get completely annihilated. And that's going to take a little bit of power, so definitely something to keep in mind. Let's see, what about the rest of these weapons? Anything good? No, not really. And then we have another one out here, so yeah, let's come over here and kill this guy. He, looks exactly like the other guys, to be honest. Actually, he looks a lot like one of the ones I built. But I know it's not. It's named something else, but it kind of has that same design. It's almost like a pickup truck in the back where you can pretty much add whatever you want. In the front, very, very protected. A lot of weapons, which is what I see a lot of people try to do, because, there are those bots who will go above and beyond to annoy you and go in just whatever direction you don't have weapons on. But then there's plenty of other bots out there that don't do it at all. And, you can really get away with it for a while. Oh, nope, that's not going to work. Oh, hit him for a while. Hit him from behind. Yeah, just go ahead and freeze on me right there. I'm going to move, and I am going to put my my reactor down, because I do not want this bot to get destroyed. If he does, I can always, zap over to that guy right there and go ahead and start rebuilding, because there's, a terminal right next to him, so that shouldn't be too big of a problem. But I like this guy. Oh, crap, look at he's destroyed a few of them down here on the bottom. I think I had, 3? And he's destroyed 1 and is exposed, so just a few more shots and it would have killed him. I need to kind of cover that up. What I could do, actually, is move this one over there, but it won't, will it not cover it up? Well, it'll cover one of them up until I can get the right pieces. So I guess that's better than nothing. Yeah, you can see there's a few back there behind that wheel right there. There's a couple right there. I think I did put quite a few of them on this bot just for safety, because it was supposed to be like the end-all be-all protective bot that it didn't have too much luxury, but it had all the defense you could ever want. Didn't quite turn out that way, but I do still overall kind of like the feel that I have for it. I mean, it does do something different, and the eyeballs, again, are just really, really freaking me out. But I like them. They're just big and green and right in your face that they're there. So he was facing me. He was actually waiting for this fight to start. He still doesn't have a chance at winning now that I got my shields back up. But he's still going to town. Still hoping that he might win this one. Let's see, what else do you have? Anything good? Just something new. No, nothing new. Yeah, just lights. Nothing that I'm really gonna use. I'll pick them up just in case to make sure I have access to them. But I never really use the lights all that much, and I'm kind of hoping that they incorporate that into the game a little bit more here in the future and make things really, really dark. Otherwise, you won't be able to see anything, kind of forcing you to have lights. Otherwise, I don't see a lot of people doing it. But again, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. If you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Definitely helps grow the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. Also, make sure to leave those comments down below because I do love hearing from you guys. I'll probably be recording at least 3 or 4 episodes tonight. So if you do leave a comment, just kind of know that if I don't get back to it right away in the next few episodes, it's not because I'm ignoring you. It's just because I shot all these at the same time, and I can't read your minds at the moment. Maybe one day I'll have that superpower, but for now I do not have that superpower. So we're just gonna have to go through and basically see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into with this bot, which is just, I like it, and I also like the flashing lights. I think it makes it look a little bit like a disco or something, and it gives it a different illusion, especially as it gets dark out here, guys. Kind of cool. I want to know what you guys think about it, though. You got the red construction lights versus the white ones. I don't know. I mean, this one used to just give off a glowing yellow light. Now it's giving off that like flashing look to it. So that's kind of cool. I could definitely see creating a head, maybe that's hollow with these things on the inside, giving off like a flashing look. Maybe putting the eyes in there and having like this glowing look from behind might have like this whole evil feel to it. Maybe we'll have to do that for Halloween this year, but definitely coming along pretty nicely with this game. Again, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you all next time.